Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Bren Harris podcast. This is episode 64. Can you believe this? I have an amazing guest, but first, for those of you who may not know me, my name is Bren Harris. I founded Warrior Moms by Bren when my son was medically injured at 22 months of age. We have walked through hell. Now we walk through it like we own the place, and you can too. Why do I say that? Because your story matters. Your story matters. And you are someone's drink of water in the desert to change their lives. If you're on Instagram, chime in, let us know. We're streaming across all platforms: Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And hey guys, good to see you. And let us know that you can see us on those platforms just so that we are uh, reaching everyone. We have an amazing guest. I will not steal her thunder. Jessica is a CEO, a birth coach, a doula, and a rock star mom. And her story has changed many lives, is continuing to do so. Hey, Jessica, thank you for being here.
Hi, Bren. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, it's an honor. And I'm really glad you're here because your story is amazing. Can you tell us just a little bit about who is Jessica Pierre?
Okay, so Jessica Pierre. So I was born in Prince George's County, Maryland, and I've been in Tampa, Florida since I was 12. So I grew up here, went to middle and high school here, and I am I'm on a spiritual journey, and I am finding my purpose and getting clarity on my purpose, and I'm ready to go.
Oh, this is exciting. So you've been in Tampa since you were 12. I bet you've seen a lot of changes in that time.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I love Tampa. I think it's a great location and easy access to the water, but you can also relax and not do the touristy things.
Definitely. Definitely.
Well, I know recently you and I have the same mentor and we are in a mastermind together. And I know recently you have launched a podcast and a business.
Yeah,
And can you tell us a little bit about your business? Like, what's the title of it and how that came about?
gotcha. So my business is Growing and Glowing LLC. It was established in 2019, actually. I took a weekend birth doula course with my mom.
Mhm.
And since then, I just ran with it. I'm like, hey, this is something that I need to do. I love birth. So let's get a business started. So it started out as my doula business where I would get take personal clients and, just give them the support that they needed. And this started in 2019. So I needed some births for my certification, and
Mhm.
then the pandemic hit.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was not able to go to the birth centers or the hospitals with my clients. So I did a couple virtual, which was a little off, but we got through it. We all had to live and learn at that time.
Right.
And then I had to pivot a little bit, and I created a box for moms because, when moms have babies, everybody is talking about, oh, baby this, baby that. And we don't remember that moms still need to be taken care of.
Right.
And so I created a box with like a journal and a pen and just things for moms to heal, like nursing pads, and things to help her within the first couple of weeks after birth. So
Oh,
the business kind of took a pivot, but it's going right back to everything birth. So yeah.
oh, that's incredible. Now I want to back up just a little bit.
Okay.
How did you discover, or what was the catalyst that made you be so interested in helping other moms and their birth journey?
So it had everything to do with my birth story. And I did not have a terrible birth story. However, for me, it wasn't as memorable. I got pregnant when I was 19,
Uh-huh.
and I watched TLC's A Baby Story every single day that I could. And I just wanted to learn everything about birth. And I knew I wanted a water birth.
Uh-huh.
But the research that I did at that time basically stated that hospitals didn't provide or support water births. And I just kind of accepted it for what it was. And so I went through my whole pregnancy, labor, delivery, I guess textbook, got the epidural and everything. And so part of the reason is I didn't get the birth that I wanted to get, to have, because of my lack of knowledge.
Uh-huh.
And another part is the postpartum phase for me, which I actually have never really spoken about. Um,
Mhm.
when I gave birth to my son, 4 days after he was born, I received the call and I lost my job.
Oh.
So with that, I had to figure out brand new mom by myself. I ended up having to give up my apartment, lost my car. It was a lot within the first couple months. And with that, and no support for like breastfeeding and things like that, I kind of
Mhm.
just did whatever society said, we had to do.
Right.
And I feel like I was robbed of my pregnancy and postpartum.
Oh, absolutely. And we were talking earlier, our sons are both 16 this year, and a lot of things have evolved and changed since then.
Definitely.
Right. And we have similar birth stories. And we were stationed in Japan. My husband was in the military, and military hospitals don't think outside the box. I was told you will be induced on this date, you will do this. And, I didn't have a choice, and I didn't have the knowledge that you're talking about to
Mhm.
actually make informed decisions.
Right.
And I love that you have made it your life's mission to help other women have an empowered birth journey.
Definitely.
Oh, that
Definitely.
is we need that so much, especially in my humble opinion, no offense to my medical peeps. Western medicine misses the mark in this arena, in this space. And I love that you are able to meet people where they are and help walk alongside them.
Thank
Now that
you.
we're not locked down, you can do
I
that.
know.
You want to do that
I
virtually.
know. I know.
Right. Do you have a transformation statement for your business?
I do. And it is I help enlighten and empower moms through their pregnancy journey so that they're not robbed of a safe and memorable birth experience.
I have pom poms. I'm cheering you on. Oh my gosh. Where were you 16 years ago?
I know. I needed myself at 16 years ago.
I love this because
Yeah,
you can give them options and let
definitely.
them know that just because someone wears a white coat and has a title, a medical title, doesn't mean it's a right choice for them.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's so powerful. So powerful. Now, talking about empowering, I'm doing a masterclass later this month, and I will release some more details as we go. And many of you know my story, and we are talking about the 4 secrets to unleash your inner badass in the sense of being a warrior mom. And Jessica, we have adopted you. We consider you a warrior mom, standing up for mom's rights and empowering their birth choices. And one of the things that I love is that you're so transparent and calm about all of this. Can you share briefly your birth story? Because I think it's fascinating.
Sure, sure. So again, I was pregnant at 19.
Mhm.
Um, I had a pretty normal pregnancy, and coming down towards like the last 30 days, I started experiencing something called what I now know is called pregnancy carpal tunnel.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's literally because you're swollen and your nerves are being pressed on. So I actually had to sleep on like a recliner to sleep in a certain position. And I happened to be up one night. I called one of my friends, just having regular conversation. And I happened to feel my son drop into the birth canal. But of course, I didn't know what it was as a first time mom. So a couple minutes later, I started to feel like gas in my womb area kind of feeling.
Mhm.
Little did I know that it was the beginning of contractions. So I tracked them for about 3 hours by myself before I woke anybody up and tell them that I had to go to the hospital or anything. And got to the hospital, and they made me empty my bladder. And as I was doing that, my water broke. So,
Well, that's convenient.
right,
You're already there.
right
Yeah.
out the toilet, right?
What a blessing.
Right, right. But unfortunately, I wasn't far along. So they had me in like the triage area for a couple hours.
Uh-huh.
They made me walk around for a few, kind of stretch a little bit. Then they finally got me actually in a labor and delivery room.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got in there, I, was just laying there taking the contractions. I didn't have an epidural just yet, breathing through the contractions. And I had my mom and my cousin were in the room with me.
Uh-huh.
And after, I don't know, maybe about an hour or so, I started to get those contractions. And I'm like, wait a minute, I think I need an epidural. So they let me go ahead and have that epidural, I don't know, maybe about 2 hours before I gave birth. Um, and I remember pushing, they had a mirror in front of me so I could actually see when my son's head was
Oh,
coming out and things like that. And
cool.
I loved that. I absolutely loved that.
Yeah.
But it was also a little discouraging because when I started to push, he came out a little bit and then I would see him go back in. So
Right.
that's something that they don't talk about in childbirth class. um, and then I have like my aunt she showed up some way somehow screaming in my face, push like you have to poop, push like you have to poop. And I'm just like, what, lady, get out of my face. Trying to figure this out. And the doctor comes in probably a minute or two before he was born and suits up, and I see him go like this, and my son comes out.
Oh.
Downside of that is that he tore me, so I ended up having to have stitches. But
Mm.
my son was out. And then they laid him on my chest and I cried, I couldn't
Oh.
believe that I did it.
So powerful. So
Yeah.
powerful. You are a warrior mom. What's
We have
one thing about that that has changed your daily routine? Knowing what you know now and feeling that sense of powerlessness that we didn't really have a choice in 2008 because we weren't armed with the information we are now.
right.
What's one thing that has changed your daily habits because of that?
I think that it would be trusting my intuition,
Ooh.
learning to trust my intuition and learning to trust myself, um, and do what I feel is right rather than what society says or what is the societal norm.
Mm. Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, and since doing that, I've been living in my purpose. So that trust is being built.
Oh, and as we habit stack and trust ourselves, repeatedly,
Definitely,
confidence grows.
definitely,
Right. And
definitely.
I'm with you. I hear you. And I love that. Do you have a set routine for your day in building your business?
I'm still working on it. But usually I get up around 6, and I have limited space where I'm at right now. So
Uh-huh.
I like to go outside a lot. So I go outside and I meditate. I journal in the mornings
Uh-huh.
before I do anything. And then I get my day started, checking my emails for my actual 9 to 5 and taking care of all of that before
Uh-huh.
anything else.
And it sounds like you've learned to prioritize.
I'm still working on it.
Hey guys, if you're getting value, let us know in the comments. And if you're on the live, we do ASL at our house to learn new words. So put an L. If you're on the replay, put an R. I am so excited to explore this. I know that way back in the day, like when we came into the world, our parents weren't as open about all of this.
Right, right.
And now I think it's so important that women and men are informed that, there's a choice in the birth journey. Would
Hmm.
you agree?
Definitely.
And can you define doula for us?
So a doula is a support person. Um, we help with empowerment. We help with education and physical support during your actual labor and delivery. So personally, I like to give back massages. Every doula is different.
Uh-huh.
But I like to give back massages and, definitely encouragement throughout the whole process and help during pushing. It's just a whole support system for mom and support
Oh,
partner.
And a lot of encouragement, it sounds like.
Definitely.
Oh, that is so exciting. That is so
Definitely.
exciting. And to know that you have someone there that's in your corner.
Right, right. And I have a little other experience as well. So I'm a birth doula and also a birth assistant, which is almost equivalent to like a labor and delivery nurse in the hospitals, but
Oh,
at a
wow.
birth center or a home birth.
So
So
you are a birth assistant for birth centers and home birth,
yes,
as opposed to traditional hospital settings.
yes.
Okay. How does a birth center and a hospital differ?
So a birth center is where you can have a more natural birth. They're
Hmm.
not equipped with equipment for to give epidurals or anything like that. So it's more natural. You can get in and out of the tub. You have a whole suite to yourself. So there's a bed, there's like a
Ooh.
kitchenette area, a tub, bathroom, shower, and it's more of a homely kind of vibe, laid back,
Oh,
rather than
nice.
in the hospital where it's more medicalized and you're more restricted to the bed and things like that. And you can
Oh,
eat at the birth center. You can't eat at the hospital.
oh. So you don't have to starve and push.
Right. Right. You need your energy. You need your energy.
Yeah, burn a lot of calories.
Hmm.
Yeah, doing all those contractions. It's been a while, but I still remember like
Yep.
it was last week. Nothing quite like it.
Hmm.
Oh, man. So I know that you have taken time away from your family to be here, and we treasure that. Can you let us know where we can find you? Do
Of
you have a
course.
next event or social media? How does that work?
Yes, of course. So my Instagram handle is at Growing and Glowing LLC. Same thing
Mhm.
with my email, growing and glowing LLC at gmail.com.
Okay.
And I actually have my podcast every Sunday at 7 p.m. We will be having different guests. I'll be having other birth assistants, my personal doula instructor who got me
Uh-huh.
into what I'm doing, and a bunch of other people. So great information on all things birth.
Oh, that's exciting.
Mhm.
And you are hitting the ground running with this podcast.
Yes. Yes, yes.
I'm very impressed. And
Thank
what
you.
I love is that you are pro mom choice. Is that
Yes,
what I'm
yes,
understanding?
yes,
Okay. And
yes.
we are all about empowering women here. And I have a masterclass coming up. I would love for you and your uh, growing and glowing crew to chime in on June 26th. We're 4 secrets to unleashing your inner badass as a warrior mom. And badass is defined more as someone who stands for the cause with an admirable attitude and behavior. And as a warrior mom, just like you, I'm empowering other moms to make better choices for their children when it comes to the Western medicine vaccine schedule.
Hmm.
And we are not anti vax or haters or drama creators. We are pro choice,
Definitely.
pro vaccine choice, pro parent choice. And I love that you are walking in your purpose and championing your calling. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Bren. Thank you
And
so much.
thanks to everyone. And we'll put her in when I repost this as a reel, I will put her contact info and her podcast info. And please remember, be authentic, legendary, and unapologetically you. We'll see you in a few.